She doesn't chase you. But somehow, she never really leaves either. That's the first thing that confuses most men. Because addiction doesn't always look like obsession. Sometimes it looks like control. Calm, quiet control. She takes her time replying. She disappears for hours, maybe even days, and yet when she comes back, it feels like nothing broke, like the connection just paused. And that's where things start to get interesting. Because when a woman is genuinely addicted to you, she won't behave the way movies taught you. There's no constant texting, no obvious neediness. Instead, there's this subtle pull. You'll notice it in the way she lingers just a little longer than necessary, even when she's pretending she has somewhere to be. But here's what most people completely miss. Addiction shows up strongest in moments when she thinks you're not paying attention, like when you're talking to someone else, and her eyes drift toward you for a split second too long. Not enough to call out, just enough to reveal something she didn't mean to show. It doesn't seem obvious at first, but that's the pattern. She's composed on the surface, but underneath, there's this quiet tension building, and you feel it, even if you can't explain it. Now pay attention to this, because it's subtle. When she's addicted to you, she starts mirroring parts of you without realizing it, not in a forced way. It's more like she picks up your tone, your pacing, even your pauses. If you slow down, she slows down. If you tease, she leans into it. It's not strategy, it's subconscious alignment. And this is where things shift in a way most guys misread. She won't always give you more attention. Sometimes she gives you less. Not because she's losing interest, but because she's trying to regain control over how much she feels. That slight distance, those delayed replies, that sudden focus on her own life. It's regulation. Think about that for a second. People don't regulate what they don't care about. And here's something that might catch you off guard. Her investment won't always show up in words. In fact, the more she feels, the less she might say directly. Instead, it leaks out in small, almost forgettable moments. The way she remembers something you mentioned once, weeks ago. The way her energy shifts when your name comes up unexpectedly. The way she listens when you speak. Not just hearing you, but tracking you. If you've noticed that, you already understand more than most. But let's go deeper, because this next part is where it gets real. When a woman is addicted to you, she starts testing emotional safety, not just attraction. She'll say something slightly vulnerable, then watch how you respond. Not your words, your tone, your timing. Whether you rush it, dismiss it, or actually sit with it. And if you pass that test, something changes. Her guard doesn't drop all at once. That's not how this works. It softens in layers. One moment she's playful, teasing, almost distant. The next there's a flicker of sincerity that feels out of place. But it's not. It's intentional, even if she doesn't fully realize it. Here's the part that most men completely overlook. Addiction isn't just about how she feels when she's with you. It's about how she feels when she's away from you. If she's replaying conversations, analyzing small details, wondering what you meant by something you said casually, that's where the real attachment lives. And you won't see that directly. You'll feel it in how she returns, sometimes with more warmth, sometimes with a slight edge, like she's trying to balance something internally. That push and pull isn't confusion. Part of her wants to lean in, the other part wants to stay in control. And this is where a lot of guys mess it up. They react to the surface instead of understanding the depth. They chase when she pulls back, or they withdraw completely, thinking they've lost her. But neither response is grounded. Because what's actually happening is far more nuanced. She's not pulling away from you. She's pulling away from how much she feels for you. Let that sink in. And here's something that feels almost counterintuitive. The more secure you are, the stronger her addiction becomes. Not because you're trying to create it, but because you're not reacting to every shift. You're steady, predictable in your energy, not in a boring way, but in a grounded way. That stability becomes rare, and rare things get valued differently. But don't misunderstand this. This isn't about manipulating emotions or trying to make someone dependent on you. Real attraction, real connection, it comes from authenticity, from understanding human behavior without trying to control it. Because forced attachment always breaks. But natural attachment, that's different. It grows quietly. It builds in moments you can't script, in glances, in pauses, in things left unsaid. And if you've experienced that kind of connection, you already know. It doesn't feel loud. It feels deep. So the next time you're wondering if she's addicted to you, don't look for obvious signs. Look for the subtle ones, the ones that don't demand attention, but reveal everything if you're paying close enough. Because that's where the truth always hides. If you want to understand human behavior on a deeper level, subscribe for more.